Okay. Let's give these guys a shuffle. Like that. Okay, we'll shuffle one more time. Don't worry, you'll like this. Come on. Go. Okay, that'll work. Okay, and we take the top few just like that. And we shuffle these guys once more. Okay, and is this your card? No? Okay. How about, is this your card? No? Really? You're sure? Okay. Well, I guess I'm not very good at card tricks. But I do know a couple things about magic. And today on the Ancient Gods, I'm talking about the gods that are very good at magic. And conjuring and things like that. So, off we go, shall we? So, the gods of magic. Well, there's a few. One of my favorites, one that speaks out most to me in regards to magic, is Isis, or Iset, from the old Egyptian religion, specifically the half of Egyptian religion that is the Aeneid, which I'm going to talk about later, because it's one of my favorite stories. She was the goddess of magic, also the goddess of childbirth, women, marriage, a few other things. What really brings her out in magic is the fact that she put her husband Osiris back together after he'd been chopped up to itty-bitty little pieces by his brother Setesh, or Set. And she was able to revive him and replace part of his body that got eaten by a crocodile, or a fish, or was just lost, depending on which version you read. And she was able to get impregnated by that through magic. So, the type of magic she could do was everything from conjuring to basic spells and so forth. Okay? Up in Greece, we've got a couple of them. The biggest one is Hecate, who's actually an underworld goddess. She's the goddess of magic, kind of a gatekeeper to the underworld, medicine, and poison as well. She's known as having 3 heads, and she's heavily symbolized by the dog, the horse, and the snake. And she was instrumental in Demeter finding her daughter Persephone. She was kind of there as, you know, that best friend in the movies that's kind of a drunk, a little weird, but gets around a lot. Yeah, it's kind of Hecate. The tri-faced goddess that she is also carries a couple of connotations with it. Her having basically 3 separate personalities that she shows whenever she desires to show them. So she can have some massive issues with people. You know, one group of people, she's total raving evil and mean and cruel. Another group of people, she's their best friend. Another group of people, she's more businesslike. And she can jump between these separate personalities at will. That's why she's depicted as having 3 faces. Then we pop up to the Nordic lands, and we've got Odin, and a couple of others. Odin's the god of magic. He's also the wandering god, god of the sky, god of war. Well, god of victorious, honorable battle, I would say, is more like. Because he's, you know, the ruler of... he's not only the Allfather of the Norse gods, but he's also the ruler of Valhalla. So if you're a good honorable warrior, like I said in a previous video about the underworld, that's who you get to hang out with for eternity. You know, the king of the gods. Awesome, dude. So the type of magic he does is he can transmute, he can transmogrify. He allows people to see the future. Kind of ironic considering he lost an eye in order to gain that ability. He lost his right eye. after falling into a well, where he received kind of perfect vision, I guess you could call it. And he has this amazing ability also to change sexes. So there is some conjecture about it in the ancient writings and in modern philosophy that Odin might be Frigga, who's the goddess of marriage, and his wife. Because during one part of his life, he had to experience what it was like to become female, so that he could understand how to be a better ruler. So he got turned into a woman, and afterwards he gained the ability to kind of jump between the two at will. That's kind of magical, I think. So, what else is there? Well, all the gods could technically do magic because that's kind of their shtick. But there were the certain ones that I've described that could do it very, very obviously. That's about all I've got about them, I think. Yeah, I'll do some more research. Maybe get back to you guys with part 2 later on. So, if you're new to the channel, please hit that big red subscribe button below and give us a like, give us a comment, and I'll be back later with something else for you. So, later, guys. Have a nice day.